All right, so today, guys, welcome to the channel. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I am here today with a very special guest, Dolinko, who is my short sale specialist and partner. We've worked together on a couple properties, and I just wanted to bring him on the channel today to talk all about short sales, all about the deals that we have going on, and hopefully educate you guys so you can learn a little bit more and just see what's going on today. So, William, do you mind introducing yourself?
Hey guys, how you doing? Thank you so much for having me. William Dolinko. Our company's name is Realty Solutions. We got started about 3-4 years ago.
Nice.
And it's been growing ever since. Today we're at a property that Lillian brought me on about 3 years ago that we've been negotiating for the past 3 years, and you know, we actually just got an approval on it. So,
woo!
Yes, we're here today to show you guys the property and really talk about the process and really dive into it. So I'm excited.
Yep, so hopefully if any of you guys are working on any potential deals that are short sales, you'll learn today how to navigate through them. And yeah, we have the specialist here, so hopefully you learn something. So let's get into it. So before we go inside, we're gonna just talk to you guys about what a short sale is. William's gonna give a breakdown of what exactly he does within a short sale and how you guys can transact your own short sale deal. So.
All right, so when typically we get these leads from whether it's a wholesaler, an investor, or a realtor that will go out looking for prospects, and they'll find these homeowners that are underwater, basically meaning that they owe too much on their mortgage versus what the property is actually worth.
Can you give an example?
So a perfect example is this house. This house was actually, the value of this house is around $250. It needs about $200,000 in repairs, and he owed 3 years ago, the payoff was actually around, I think it was around like 170.
Yeah.
Currently it's around like 290. So, you know, 290 he owes, the property needs about 200, so he's severely underwater.
Yeah.
So his mortgage is 290, property is only worth 250, and to get it to 250 you need to put in 200, so he's severely underwater.
Yep.
So that's really where it starts.
Okay, cool. All right, so you wanna head inside now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Come on in. This is the house. We have a single family colonial. I think it's about 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and you'll see as we go deeper inside that everything is gone. Okay, so come on in. Just be careful because it's very unstable. There's a lot of structural issues with this property, you know, and we'll just kind of talk about how we communicate that to the banks and really let them, you know, show them what the property is actually worth. So this is the living room. I don't know if you can really see it on the camera, but the floor is actually sinking in.
Yep.
So as I walk from here all the way down, I'm actually walking down. So that's just basically some of the issues in this property.
Structural damage.
Now, typically, guys, like when the bank knows that the property's been vacant, they'll typically send out a property management company, property preservation company to winterize the house. And this house has been winterized because it's been so many years vacant. You know, it's just like the date on this, the bank hasn't even, the last time they came out was in 2020. And currently, as you're watching this video, today is December 17th,
Yep.
2021. So the bank hasn't even been here in a long time. That just goes to tell you, like, some banks they won't even waste money on maintaining the vacant properties. So, you know, it's very important that as negotiating, you're communicating to the banks, letting them know, giving them updates on what's going on with the property, and you can use that as an advantage in your negotiating to get the price down. You know, obviously all the electric has been ripped out. This kitchen, if it even is a kitchen,
is destroyed.
I don't even think there's any plumbing left. Yeah. You know, this is a complete gut job, this house. And
so what's a gut job?
So a gut job is literally, you get a container outside and you take everything out of this house. You knock down all the cabinets, you knock down the walls, the floors come up, the sheetrock, you're ripping out the plumbing. You're going to be ripping out the electrical in this too, new wires. These are all old wires. But you know, you're literally starting completely brand new. So this door, actually, for the past 3 years that we've been negotiating, this door has been broken into multiple times. I mean, as you can see, it's not really secured. It's just a piece of wood with a couple of bolts on it. But I mean, it's been broken into multiple times, so they had to lock up that. But they can easily get in through the windows. I mean, this property's been vacant for so long that it's been constant people breaking in. And you know, that garage over there was locked. Now it's open, so you know, this is just another reason why we want to make sure that we get these properties back performing and back on the market where someone is actually living here. Because if you look right across the street, that house, the neighbor lives right there, and our house is beautiful. And we've had multiple complaints about people breaking in and her safety. So it's, you know, again, all this data we're gathering, we communicate that to the bank to really negotiate a better price, to really get it approved at a price so we can close on it and get it performing again. All right, so we're gonna go upstairs. I remember when I first met the homeowner and he took me through this house, and it was just, you know, the homeowner's an elderly guy, and I don't even know how he got up these steps because, you know, as you start to come up here, it really is just a complete mess. You know, the floor is just, you gotta be careful because there's holes and it's just unstable. Many structural issues with this property, so just be careful as you're coming up. But
the attic falling down. Look at this, guys.
It's the bedroom right here. Still some toys. I remember this skateboard 2 years ago. I was thinking about taking it, but I left it, so it's actually still here.
Well, they didn't steal that.
They didn't take that.
All right.
Yes, just a little bedroom. This is actually a nice dresser. Sometimes you find some good finds in these properties where, I mean, that dresser and this dresser, if you really wanted to, you could repurpose this and really, you know,
you could sell it.
You
definitely could.
Definitely could. But yeah, everything is gonna go in the garbage anyway. So another bedroom. Now I gotta show you this wallpaper. This wallpaper is literally like, every time I'm in here, I literally feel like I'm in the jungle. So this wallpaper is actually still intact. Like, I think it's the only thing that's still intact throughout the whole house. Funny, very funny.
Sturdy wallpaper. Okay. This is the master bath.
Bathroom. This bathroom is actually pretty nice back in the day. I can only imagine. Jacuzzi tub.
Yep.
You got like the privacy toilet bowl over here. You know, so I mean, this is gonna be this is a large bathroom.
Yeah,
it's gonna be nice once it's finished. But yeah, this is a bathroom. Even like these cabinets, I mean, they're not really that bad.
They're not at all.
Surprisingly. But yeah, you got mirrors on the ceiling. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking when they designed this, but you know, it's kind of cool, you know, with the mirrors on the ceiling. There's mirrors all over the place. So whoever designed this was kind of an interesting person, to say the least. But yeah, like another thing, like the bank is gonna winterize these bathrooms, the plumbing and everything. But
so what does winterize mean?
They'll literally come in and they'll make sure that all the water is out of the pipes. This way, when it gets cold and it freezes, that the pipes don't freeze and crack. Because if it cracks, then you know it could really flood the whole house. So they'll come in, they'll shut all the water off, they'll blow out all the water out of all the pipes. So there's no water sitting in the pipes. So when the winter comes, you know, we're on the East Coast in New Jersey, so you know it's kind of cold out here in the winter. So you know they'll blow all the water out and make sure that the pipes are shut off, all the water's shut off, and then they'll secure the toilet bowl so no one can open it. They'll secure the sink. They'll put a nice fancy sticker on here with a date, letting everyone know. But that's pretty much the drift of it.
All right, so guys, you pretty much just saw kind of like a tour of this house, and I just want to give you the backstory about how we got into this. So my partner and I, if you guys paying attention to previous videos on my channel actually showed our journey of me and my partner when we first started wholesaling. So my partner is my brother, and we actually started wholesaling by cold calling. You guys have seen videos on my channel about me cold calling because I used to do that all the time. And so we found this house from driving through the neighborhood and seeing that it was a distressed property and calling the homeowner, finding out that it was a distressed situation because he was underwater, as William previously said. And we just started working with him. And this is how me and you actually came in contact, because I was reaching out to another short sale specialist and she wasn't in the area, so she recommended me to come to William. So he was high on the referral list, so I reached out and we got connected and we started working on this property. And that's pretty much how we got here. And if you guys don't know what wholesaling is, definitely go back on my other videos and check out some of the videos that I talked about what wholesaling is, step-by-step wholesaling, and everything like that. You can get a better understanding. But on this video, we're gonna talk a little bit more about the next steps after you try to wholesale a property. So there's a couple different parts in real estate. There's wholesaling, there's flipping, there's buying, holding. You guys know about that stuff. So in this particular situation, we did try to wholesale it, but it turned into a short sale, which we're still working on. But there are other aspects such as flipping, which is what William does. So with wholesaling, you flip it to an end buyer who's going to actually be the person to do the construction and actually flip the house. So William has already done that. So how about you tell us about your experience, because that's pretty much what's gonna happen to this house, but you actually already flipped another house. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's actually an interesting experience. I mean, I started out just wholesaling and just, not really doing the work, but then the goal always was to flip my own properties, but there's a little bit of a concern flipping your own properties because you're dealing with contractors that you can't really trust, and you really need to build those relationships with those contractors. And and I really learned the hard way because I found a great deal that got a private money loan on it, and it's going to be a quick flip, but based off of my lack of experience, I learned a lot of lessons that I'm going to take with me into the next deal. But this flip was a single family home in a 55 and older community, great market, and all it needed, in my opinion, initially looking at it, was flooring, paint, and maybe painting the cabinets. But when I dove into it, started really uncovering the walls and everything, I really learned that a lot more goes into it.
Yep.
So, very interesting experience flipping, but I mean, it's still going to be a great deal.
So what would you say for people that are just getting started in the real estate, whether they are agents, whether they are wholesalers, when it comes to flipping, what would you say is the best thing to do? Would you recommend getting a mentor? Would you recommend just diving into it? Like, what would you say?
I run for the hills. Run for the hills. No. I think wholesaling is a great vehicle to really get into learning a lot about the business, and it really connects you with good relationships. But definitely get a mentor, and they're really going to help you out, because you don't know what you don't know, right?
Yeah.
So when you have that mentor, you really can, you can call them up in the moment and really ask those questions where you need those answers right away. If you go into it blindly, I mean, you're just going to spend more time, more money. You'll learn a lot. It'll take longer, but definitely want to get a mentor and really surround yourself with quality people and like-minded people. So
that's true. That's true. So now we're going to talk about you dealing, because you're really good at connecting with people and networking. William is very good at networking. So I want to talk about your experience with real estate agents and real estate wholesalers. So wholesaling is a whole different thing in comparison to being an agent, right? So you work with both. How do you work with real estate wholesalers and agents, and have you noticed any type of tension between the two? What's your experience been?
My experience has been let's start with real estate agents. Not all real estate agents are alike. Some are more part-time, some are full-time. You really want to meet some full-time agents, especially like what I do. I leverage agents in my business, my short sale business, to list the properties for us. But most real estate agents are not really committed to really having that entrepreneurial mindset. I mean, I met a lot of agents where they don't communicate, they don't respond to emails. If you're a real estate agent, my opinion that you should this is your business. You're on the clock all day long, and for you not to return an email or a phone call, you're jeopardizing your business. So that's been my experience with a lot of agents, and I haven't been able to find good quality agents. I found some now, but it was a journey just to find them. Where they're not on that mindset. So, but wholesalers, I mean, wholesale is different. They're a little bit more aggressive. They're a little bit more hungry, I think, because it's a different approach. But you have your good and you have your bad wholesalers. I think like you have some that don't really know what they're doing and they don't really want to take the time to learn. And then you have some really high quality wholesalers that are doing it the right way and really taking the time to really cater to their customer, the end buyer, the investor. They're locking these properties up at a great price and they're doing their due diligence to find out all the numbers to make sure that the end buyer is getting a great deal. So,
do you think wholesaling is unethical?
I don't think. I think the opposite. I think wholesalers are a big part of the reason why some of these properties, like we're at today, are the reason why the neighborhood comes back. A lot of real estate agents are not going. They're intimidated to knock on these distressed properties. They're intimidated to go inside these properties. So wholesalers, again, very aggressive. Most of them are very aggressive and we need them, definitely need them. I don't think it's unethical at all.
I agree. I think wholesalers are very valuable in the real estate market because real estate agents want to deal with the higher priced properties, and those tend to not be the ones that are falling down like this one. And so that's where wholesalers come in and they work with these sellers who need to get these properties off their hands and get cash really quick and get out of the property. And when you list it with an agent or you work with an agent, that typically tends to last a lot longer than to sell for cash. So that's where wholesalers come in and they kind of just do that job.
We talked about this one deal that me and Liliana.
By the way, William likes to call me Lilliana.
Liliana, like I always make up names for people, so that's just what I do. So.
I gave up on trying to correct them. Yeah. It's all good.
So Lillian, we did this deal together. Now we're it led to other things. Like when we first started this deal a couple of years ago, both of us were really starting to really,
gain some traction
and really, getting into this space. And they say fake it till you make it, and I'm a yes man, so it's all about just being able to identify opportunity and then figuring it out on the fly and in the moment. And really that's how we got into these situations, and we're starting to really get some traction on building a great relationship. We did this one deal together. She referred me 2 other deals that we actually already closed and completed.
Yep.
Those are done.
Also took a long time.
Those took a long time too. This is going on 3 years. The other 2, one was like 2 years, and then the other one was a couple months actually. The third one was actually quicker.
Yeah.
But it's now leading into we're at the end of the year right now, and we're going into a new year, and let them know how many more deals we're gonna be doing in the new year.
We're gonna be doing a lot of more deals, but right now we currently have 10 other short sale 10 short sale listings right now that we're William is in negotiations with the bank and everything like that, so those are listed and they're ready to go. So we're working on those, but we have plenty more deals coming in the new year, and we're looking to really continue to grow. And it's exciting because, like you said, it's all about relationship building. Like we did a couple deals that helped us grow our relationship, and now it's like, all right, well, I know he's gonna work and he knows I'm gonna work. So he trusted me enough with these 10 listings. And you guys, if you haven't paid attention, I made a video about how to get more listings by working with other people and networking and dealing with wholesalers. If you haven't checked that one out, definitely check that out. It's gonna be in the description below. But yeah, I mean, just us growing our relationship is leading to more and more deals, and I'm excited for that.
I'm super excited. I mean, this has been an incredible year. I mean, COVID was a kind of a wrench, but I mean, you could. There's no excuses. You can still get things done with great people. I mean, we literally it's been great, and I'm just happy. She was grateful enough to really trust me with her deal back 3 years ago, and even though it took a long time, we never gave up. We still pushed through it. I mean, we've been through a lot of BS throughout the couple of years, but we never gave up on each other. It was very easily that she could have gave up on me, but she trusted me, so I'm forever grateful. And it's value for value. I gave her 10 listings that we are going to be working together on, and I'm super excited for the new year. So I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
This is great. So
before we close it out, I want to talk about your space as just being a short sale specialist. So why do you think real estate agents or real estate wholesalers or just real estate professionals in general, why do you think short sales are such a great avenue to pursue in real estate?
Yeah, they're like the hidden gem. Like no one really understands the opportunity when they see a property that's underwater. You know, these banks, it's a win-win for all parties. You know, you have a vacant property that's sitting, the homeowner is not paying the bank the mortgage note, so the bank wants to recoup something, and it's actually cheaper for the bank to short the mortgage and actually take it to foreclosure.
Yep.
And you know, the bank will recoup some of the monies back. The borrower will avoid foreclosure. The wholesaler that brought the deal will get a fat wholesale check, and an investor will be able to purchase the property and fix it and put it back on the market and really bring the neighborhood back to where it used to be.
Right.
So it's a win-win for all. So if you see short sales out there, you know, properties underwater, or if you connect with a seller that you know they're underwater and the numbers just don't make sense,
don't give up on it.
Don't give up on it. Feel free to reach out to me, Liliana, or anyone else that's really in this space, because it's a great opportunity to really turn negative equity into positive equity.
There you go. There you go. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. William, thank you for coming on. He's going to be on many more times in the future, because we're going to continue to build this relationship and continue to do more deals so you guys can hear about. Guys, this channel is not just about being a real estate agent. It's about just solving problems in real estate in general. So make sure you guys stay tuned in, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you did like it, and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop the next video. And all of William's information will be down in the description, but you can go ahead and tell them how they can reach out to you.
You can reach me on my Instagram is Sharp Realty Solutions, and my personal Instagram is William Dolinko, WILLIAM DOLINKO, and yeah. That's pretty much
I'll put those links in the description. And until next time, guys, stay safe and stay blessed. See ya.